Welcome, it's King Lizard. I'm on the Xbox One with Ride. Now, Ride is a manufacturer motorcycle racing game, so you get to ride real life existing bikes, and there are over 100 of them in the game. Plus there are already, I noticed, a couple of Yamaha DLC packs from past and present, adding another 6 bikes as well. The game itself is available on Xbox One, Xbox 360 and PlayStation, so it's been across pretty much most formats. I'm not sure if it's on the PC, it probably is. I may be wrong though, maybe a console only game, but it's kind of something that crapped out really, this game. It didn't really have a lot of advertising, which I think is a bit of a shame for it, because it's actually quite a nice game. Initially when I first played it I thought it was a little bit vanilla, but once I started to get into a bit more racing after a couple of hours, I started to really enjoy it. I'm currently racing in medium mode, and normally obviously I do choose the harder modes or the most difficult modes, but in this case I find this a little bit challenging for me in medium. I can win in medium, but I do have to fight for it a bit, so I'll probably switch up levels once I've got used to the game a bit more, I expect, but for the meantime it's tough enough in medium mode. I get quite a good race out of it. So this track that I'm racing on, I'm not sure if it's a real track, like a temporary put together track for a series or something, or whether it's just a made up track. This is the Kanto Temples, that's K-A-N-T-O, Kanto Temples, and it's a free lap race, part of the very first championship in the game. It's the third actual race in the championship. Now the actual championship itself, you do like series of races and you get a mixture. You kind of get actual racing is obviously the predominant factor of what you do in the game, but you do actually have to do things like time trials and stuff as well. You know, beat track times and that kind of stuff in order to advance in the game. Now the bike I'm driving, I believe, is a Street Triple 2014 Yamaha, from what I remember. Forgive me if that's wrong, but definitely a Triple 2014 of some flavour. And there is quite a nice selection of bikes in the game. As I said, over 100. They do look phenomenal. I mean, the bikes in this game, as they should be, are the stars. They look crisp, pristine and desirable in every shape and form. The riders, on the other hand, they look quite good on the bikes. When they tend to have accidents, I'm a little bit disappointed. I haven't seen too many accidents because obviously I try not to crash the bike. But some of them, I don't know, they just felt like the animations ended a bit too short. But that may be on purpose or not, I don't know. But I do like to see a good accident when I crash, but it kind of cuts it short, which is a shame. Now in terms of character customization, I do have a video I'm going to be sticking in my customization playlist, and it's, to be honest with the rider, it's quite limited, which I think is a real shame, because they missed a bit of a trick there, because most people these days want, you know, a good level of customization. I believe there's going to be outfits and stuff that I'm going to unlock that I can change. Initially you don't get much of a choice at all. Face wise, initially there's not a lot of choice. There's about 5 choices. You get about 5 haircuts, none of which I particularly like. Same for the ladies, and there is a lady choice obviously. Yeah, a little bit disappointing on the character customization side, but I can forgive that because the racing experience is very good and very enjoyable. And the tracks, as you can see with this Kanto Temples, very vivid track, lots of colours, looks really crisp, nice to ride, very, very technical track in places, kind of 50% speed, or say actually probably 40% speed, 60% technical for this track. And the other thing, obviously, it's a feature we've seen in lots of other games, it tells you when your splits are up, so when you're doing really, really good, you kind of know you can give it that little bit more of a push and try that a little bit harder to beat that lap time record. So, which we all like in games, it keeps us occupied and keeps us challenged. Made that bit of a mess on that corner there, so I'm into lap 3 here. What I have done with this video is I've stuck on the replay The replays in this game are fantastic. They look really, really good, and definitely one of its pros. Here we go, coming into that final lap stretch. I've got a reasonable lead on these guys at this point, but not a massive lead. I mean, to be honest, even though I'm in medium mode, they really, really do push you hard, and I really did feel the pressure almost up until the kind of the last quarter of the lap, really, where I did kind of lose in the fairish bit. But even then, you know, a mistake on the bike would have cost me quite dearly, and it would, you know, it would have meant a third or a fourth place. The pack in general do split out a little bit, but they're reasonably close together. If you have a bad accident, you go down, you're going to land up in at least 9th place. So I managed to secure the win there on Kanto Temples, and then we're into this replay. Check out these bikes and these outfits of the riders, look fantastic. Really nice, colourful game this, but a really, really, really beautiful, beautiful replay. So I managed to sneak up on those guys then. Got myself into about 7th there at the moment, maybe 8th. Don't want to be at the pack too long, at the back of the pack. Want to try and work my way around, do a really dangerous but nice overtake on the outside there. Popping myself into 4th place. It's into this fast section and into a tight sweeping left-hander. Right-hander, my apologies. Bit of an S-bend there. Managed to sneak past that 4th place guy, taking 3rd. And getting 1st place is a bit more of a challenge. Messed that up on the outside there. Lost a bit of time on those guys. 4th place still reasonably quite close to me. And they're off. These bikes that are up in front, I'm not sure what they are, but they're they do have the edge on my bike on the straights and stuff. They're a lot faster than, well, not a lot faster, but they're faster than my bike in general. The corners is where my bike, this street triple bike, seems to come into effect. So I'm really pushing it here to try and catch these guys. I just don't have the power to take them there. Clip that wall, that did not help me. Slowed me down a little bit, lost a bit of ground on them there. Really braking hard into that corner, didn't quite get it right. So really pushing out here, do not want to lose sight of these guys. It'll be really tough to pull them in if I make too many mistakes, even on medium mode. So there's quite a lot of bandwidth here for the harder levels, or at least for someone, you know, like me. I don't really consider myself a novice racer at all. I'd say I was, you know, definitely at least a veteran type racer. And I did find the medium mode on this reasonably tough, to be honest. So it's the mode I'm going to stick with for now. Once I get used to it, then obviously when I do some replays, I'll definitely be up in the difficulty, see how I get on from there. You do have options to do manual gearing and that kind of stuff if that's your thing. Not really my thing. I'm a bit of a lazy racer these days. I used to do lots of manual before when I was competitive. I try to just enjoy the game now. And use it as a, you know, a means of enjoyment as opposed to pressuring myself too much. Straight in there. I mean, the easy mode in this game, you know, is I was winning consistently without massive amounts of effort, but I wouldn't say it was easy. I think your general racer, you know, general gamer or your novice gamer wouldn't find it the easiest race in the world at all. I think they'd find it probably on par with what most games would define as normal. So just beware that, you know, it's not an easy game in terms of progression, but you know, after a few laps you'll just get used to it, and then you probably find yourself winning a lot of races, in which case that's when you really want to change it up, get the most out of the game, and, you know, let it pressure you a bit, let you actually earn some of your races. And medium mode for me at the moment is the mode that's doing that. So in the next you know, few days I'll be posting definitely some more driving action. I've got some recorded already, I've just got to get it processed and stuff. It's quite a long process getting these videos up, so I'm not being lazy when I don't get big batches up at once. It just takes a bit of time to one, make the video, do the video, and then actually narrate and stuff and various other things, as well as cut it down, of course, to what makes a nice clean watching experience for the user without watching loading screens and that kind of stuff. All of my videos I cut out with loading screens and stuff, because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to sit watching them. I know I don't. Any feedback you guys could give me on any of the videos you watch, my channel, the look of my channel, ease of access for the videos, that kind of stuff will be much appreciated. I'm doing my best to try and make an enjoyable, entertaining site full of lots of gaming footage. Now, obviously there's quite a lot of games on there at the moment, but quite similar. I will be bringing a lot more variety to this channel. I've got lots of stuff already recorded. I mean, I'm talking hundreds of hours of stuff that I've recorded that needs to be edited and stuff like that. It just takes time to put this stuff together and post it. So I'll take this opportunity to thank you ladies and gentlemen for watching. I will be back, as I said, with lots more gaming action on King Lizzard's Game Lounge, plus plenty of more ride footage and a review in the not too distant future. If you would be kind enough to rate the video, I would much appreciate it. And in addition, if you're not a subscriber, don't be shy, click that sub button. It'd be great to have you aboard the King Lizzard's Game Lounge. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys soon.